are more questions than answers. Pictures in my mind but will not show.
At this juncture, we invite the chairperson for L&D Africa Board, Madam Nneka, to give us a short address.
Thank you very much, Diane. Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon and good evening for those that are joining us online. So she says I should say a bit about myself. Absolutely, I won't even do that. So I think the most important thing is just to know that I'm a passionate L&D professional and that MJ is an older sister of mine, but I'm a lover of Nigerian jollof rice, not Ghana jollof rice. Because we both know, all of us here know that Nigerian jollof rice is the best. Okay, so I work for the Enterprise Women Center in Panatlantique University in Lagos, Nigeria. Myself and my colleague, Dr. Peter Bamkole, we've been friends with MJ. We've known MJ for a very long time. I can't call her Maggie. I haven't known her for 40 years. Like some people have been saying Maggie, Maggie. But to us, she's MJ. I'm very humbled and proud of what I see in front of me. So I have a very short address as the chair of the board. And I want to start that with a quote. And it's a quote from the very popular Irish poet and writer, William Butler Yeats. And he said, education is not the filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire. And this quote is so apt because for the times that we live in, what we need to solve our global challenges requires the passion and the heat that we get from the fire. I'd like to welcome everybody to our very first in-person L&D Africa conference and our third L&D Africa conference. So it's the very first one. But over the next 2 days, we will be discussing a lot of key strategies to ensure that there's learning inclusion for all individuals in the workplace. In learning, what we like to say is that no one should be left behind. While the proceedings have been going on, I've been sharing with my colleague that I'm so impressed with the sign language. That's part of it. So it's not just what we say, we're actually living it and we're demonstrating it. So please put a hand for the organizers. As we all are aware, the looming skills gap that we've seen as a result of talent exodus happening globally, but specifically on our continent, is a major concern as regards productivity in the workplace. In my country, in Nigeria, we're seeing it, especially with the financial institution space, where their tech team are living in droves. We will be having a fireside chat regarding that shortly, but it just places the emphasis on learning and development. And it is indeed, it speaks volumes when a conference that is focusing on how we can fix those challenges has only 2 corporates in Ghana sponsoring. Okay. I'm going to pause now because this is very important. Somebody has lost their Samsung Galaxy S20 phone. Oh, you found it? Fantastic. See, I had to pause because I know what that costs. So the 2022 L&D Global Sentiment Survey, did a report across 7 continents and found out for Africa, we were most enthusiastic out of all the continents regarding reskilling and upskilling our talent, with the more developed economies ranking lower. And the areas that came out tops were things around collaborative social learning, coaching and mentoring. But for Africa, what we saw coming out was an emphasis on micro-learning, an emphasis on personalized and adaptive delivery of learning. And that's why over the next 2 days, those are some of the things that we will be listening to. The current weak relationships between tasks, skills, qualifications, and experience must be replaced with closer and more accurate relationships. To achieve this, we need to align our actions towards implementing skills-based talent management systems that encourage continuous learning, cutting across relevant industries. Organizations can then understand what skills an employee should develop for a role now or in the future, Employees can fill positions based on actual ability rather than mere claim, and the management can plan future organizational capability with confidence. As we embark on this great collective journey, let us cast our minds to practical ways of reshaping the learning and development narrative in Africa, as we engage with different speakers on leveraging technology to solve the accessibility challenge, extending learning to persons with disabilities, using data to make better learning and development decisions, and rethinking strategies to embrace a performance-driven learning culture. I want to encourage all of us to not only be attentive, but to engage, to share, so that together, indeed, no one can be left behind. I want to end my chair's remark by thanking all my fellow board members. They're all online, I think, but one person is here. Where are you? My fellow partner in crime, Robert. It hasn't been easy planning this. It's very difficult to move from free to fee. But for us to have people who have indeed paid for this conference speaks volumes. And I want to thank every single one of you. Okay. I look forward to when we celebrate L&D 10. So this is the third one. So we're looking forward to celebrating L&D 10. So thank you and enjoy the conference.
There are more